What's up, Indie fam? So I'm coming in with a really sad news. At least it's sad for me. Due to various professional reasons and responsibilities, I won't be working with the boys on the channel. I'll be shifting from being the producer, and I will definitely be making appearances in the channel. But nevertheless, I'm going to definitely be leaving this in really, really good hands.
Meanwhile,
Who will sit on this chair, Prof? Who will sit down?
எல்லாரும் என்ன ஏமாத்துறாங்க.
Don't worry, chair. We will bring someone for you.
Someone, no. Some two.
இப்போ அவங்க கேட்டதுக்கும் நீங்க சொன்னதுக்கும் என்ன சம்பந்தம்?
பஞ்சு நல்லா இருக்கான்னு மட்டும் பார்க்கணும். அதுக்குள்ள ஆராய்ச்சி பண்ணக்கூடாது. இதை எழுதி மனப்பாடம் பண்ண நான் எவ்வளவு சிரமப்பட்டேன் தெரியுமா?
மறுபடியும் முதல்ல இருந்தா
எஸ்ஐ சார், ஐயோ இங்க பாருங்க சார்.
Hello, Indieverse fan. Hello, Indieverse fan.
many hours later.
Hello, Indieverse fam. My name is Frederick Edwin, and I am your on-screen producer. I'm also a singer and a songwriter.
Hello, Indieverse fam. I'm Mahima, your off-screen producer. I'm a vocalist, and
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Joshua. I'm also a music producer, and this is my co-host.
Same fellow, same place. My name is Rohan. I am a drummer. And
Percussionist.
Percussionist. You are a percussionist, huh?
Yes.
Maybe not. Only cowbell I play by the way.
And the bongos.
And you're watching the Indieverse Podcast, your one-stop shop for everything indie.
One-stop shop. What do we mean by that?
That's a good question. One-stop shop. Basically, it's like what indie? Why indie?
Yeah.
What is all this about?
What
This is like the
indie? Why?
millionth time we are reiterating the podcast
Yes.
on this whole thing. But I think it is pretty important that since we have our beautiful new people that are here, it's good to
Yes.
reiterate what we're doing. So, what is indie? Why indie? What is Indieverse Podcast? What is all this?
Tell us, Frederick.
So we deal with a varied set of different kinds of episodes.
Nice.
Okay. So basically under 3 kinds of episodes. The one type or one kind of episode would be, are you all ready?
Yes.
Drummer, no? Drummer. Okay, so one type of episode would be music breakdowns.
Nice.
So we take songs of artists, of indie artists, specifically indie artists, and we break them down segment by segment and see the musical elements and analyze it through the lens of a producer,
Hey.
of a drummer, and a
Welcome to
songwriter.
Great Kirigalan Malik Show.
Basically, take on product, dissect the whole thing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
play around with it and see how it works out.
How it
Yes.
works out.
That's a new segment.
We add our creative flows to it too.
Yeah. I kind of like that segment because I want to see what metal beats I can put on pop songs.
Excited.
Yes, we torture ourselves, we torture the artists, we
Yeah,
do
but
everything.
that's
We are
what.
indie.
That's
Indie.
what.
And we
Independent.
also do artist shoutouts.
This is something that we were already
We are
doing.
already doing, but we are going to try and make it into like a full-fledged
thingy.
episode.
Yeah. We also have guest interviews lined up.
Yeah.
I like new people coming to the podcast studio.
Yes.
Okay, it's nice.
It's nice.
It's nice. It's good.
It's
It's a good
nice.
change, honestly.
Yes.
It's nice.
And so much more. We're going to have guest interviews, on-field interviews, discussions on hot takes, and so much more fun stuff.
Amazing.
Okay.
First of all, who exactly is an indie artist?
It's a question bomb, huh?
It's a question bomb.
Question bomb.
She dropped it.
Off-screen producer with a question bomb.
Yes.
So, pretty straightforwardly put, an indie artist, an indie musician, anything that's indie means independent, which means 100% freedom. You're not stuck to anybody telling you what to do. You're not stuck to any creative limitations. It's your thing. You can do whatever you want. It's your production. So
Yep.
that's basically the creative freedom.
Basically, you let your creativity flow.
Yeah. And in fact, in our
you have
shout out
nobody-
sections, we've seen that in our previous shout out segments. We've seen that before, how all of these indie artists that we've shouted out, all of them have taken the priority, taken the time off. They have done what they could do based on whatever they could put in as a creative artist. So yeah, I would say that is at least indie to me. That's independent. How about you guys?
It's the same. I mean, it's about the creative flow that there's no restrictions on it. Of course, there are certain restrictions on distribution platforms, which we'll deal with it later. But
yeah, I think we should give an example. For example, if I'm going to be a mainstream artist, okay, I have a company behind me that's sponsoring my work, that's taking care of the set for music video, taking care of the studio for payments, the sound engineers, everybody. I'm just the artist going in with the company to do something. But if I'm indie, it means I don't have any of those things. I'm basically maybe have to figure out all of these things by myself.
Yeah.
And on indie. Okay? Indieverse Podcast.
okay, speaking of, I've got some fun facts.
Fun facts.
Fun facts about independent artists. Okay, you're ready for this? You're ready for this?
I am ready.
Okay. They account for 5% of the total sales in the industry. 5% of the total sales of the industry.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Which is not good at math, but that's a pretty big number, if you ask me. And this segment of the market has grown by 6% in the last 6 years. Okay, 6%. It has grown. So there is hope for us, indie artists. There's hope for indie artists.
There's a market out there. There is,
Yeah, there should be.
There should be, especially after lockdown. No, many of the independent artists are coming into light, and they are increasing they're making it more competitive, making it more, better for the music scene. And this is as of a blog on the website called Disctopia.
Dystopia. Okay.
And streaming revenues for indie artists have grown by 80.4% faster. Okay, streaming revenues for indie artists have grown by 80.4% faster than the 78% growth of the primary music market.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, I mean, but who is this compared to?
This is compared to the primary music market, the non-indie.
The mainstream is what
No,
you're saying.
mainstream.
Okay.
Okay. And also, indie music is not a genre. Okay, we talk about we talk about mainstream music, and people consider indie music to be like a separate genre. No,
Indian music.
Yeah.
Indian
Oh my
music.
gosh, yeah. Yeah. I used to think indie music was Indian music because
that is
of
him
the...
money. He's
He's also, Go retract. This fellow was the boy. No, but he's a changed man now.
I'm a changed man. Yes, I've learned the facts as presented by Joshua right now.
It's a very it's a very fun fact, because people start thinking it's more tied up to alternative rock. It's more tied up to, they say indie pop, indie funk, but basically they just change few elements, which is actually not so.
Yeah.
It in itself, indie music in itself has a lot of creativity.
Yeah.
I mean, generally, if you compare your mainstream songs and your indie songs, you'll see a lot happening in an indie song than in a mainstream song. A mainstream song will be pretty simple, pretty laid out. They won't try and do a lot of stuff, but they keep it pretty simple and tight. But whereas if you go with indie music, they like to be creative. They like to suddenly have a fusion of this and that. And this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of creativity that actually goes around. And that is to indie music.
So basically, like the creative freedom that they have. So that's why we see such varied versatility of the independent artists. Is it because of that reason only?
You would say one of the reasons.
Yeah, and also because we had discussed this topic, diversity.
Yeah.
People from different regions who have been under different circumstances learn and develop what they, what they have been growing with.
It's like,
and it becomes their news.
indie is like, since it's independent, you take what your work is personally. So it's also personal development in some ways. For example, if there's going to be an artist that loves the Northeast kind of music, okay, he's going to try fusioning it with his South feel or his Delhi feel, for that matter of fact. You can play around with it. Something that I've noticed is not much of the fusion comes out from a mainstream artist.
Yeah.
Majority of them come from indie artists. 100, at least, okay, I can't say 100, 95%, let's keep it that. 95% of the things that at least I've seen have come from indie. So, coming from that aspect, where do you find these good indie music? Is a big question. So, like he said, like it's like a completely different kind of a creative process.
Yes.
Entirely. There's a niche for them in itself.
Yeah.
They have their own style. It's not a genre. Okay. It's a creative freedom. There's a style how you do it. You basically, it's like something that best fits you
Yes.
and your work.
Yes.
And there are a lot of artists doing that. They're bringing the personal element, and a lot of people who are fans of these guys, they like the style. Sometimes they resonate. Mainstream music, not a lot of times do you get to resonate with the artist.
Yep.
In independent music, you almost all the time get to resonate with your independent artists. So I would say one of the things that was put to us over here is that there's an article on share2pros.com which would recommend you some of the good indie music, music out there. It recommends one of the best sources. It's one of the best sources out there as of right now.
Share2pros.com.
Share2pros.com.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and also obviously all your usuals, your Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, Amazon Music, all these. All these platforms right now are also promoting indie music, for a matter of fact, because they know there is a growing amount, like as you said, there's a growing amount of population over there in indie music scene. So it's as simple as you just go to Spotify and just type, maybe a Tamil indie playlist or Tamil indie music playlist, and just shows you a
Done
huge.
that.
I've actually done that. Okay, I'll tell you why and how. Okay, you listen to a normal song, okay, and you think, okay, is there something like the same feel but in a different language? Okay, because it's your home language. Okay, and you think of the same feel that way, and you go say, okay, you type something like Tamil playlist, some Tamil lo-fi,
Tamil lo-fi, Tamil indie playlist.
So, indie kuttu.
Yeah.
That's how you try putting.
Lot of fusion
some
stuff.
heavy things come out, like some interesting stuff. So I would say these platforms also some of the primary sources that you can use.
Okay, so Share2pros is one, and obviously the usuals.
Yes, the usuals.
Where you just have to search and just type and find.
That's it.
Yeah.
There are certain websites, like how you said, Share2pros. Share2pros is a blog. It's a blog. And on the blog, you have these websites. Okay, so one of those websites is called indieshuffle.com. Okay? Indieshuffle.com, where it's fast. So the moment you search for the songs, whatever songs uploaded for the week, it's immediately there. It's there onto the thing. It's updated. Okay, so there are a group of people, they're working tirelessly for the spotlight on the indie artists. And one of these websites' main features, like how you said, you want to listen to something similar. If you listen to one song and you say, oh my gosh, that sounds this song is like, I've heard of this song, I've heard of this bass line, I've heard of this melody somewhere else. So this has that capability, this website. So you can just search for a song, okay, and this will recommend you the songs that sound same. The sound is similar to the one that you are searching now. Yes.
Imagine doing this for mainstream songs.
Oh my god.
Huge list.
Oh my god. Yeah.
For that also you
Okay.
might get copyright strike.
That's one. There's another website called Indie Obsessive Blogspot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Indie Obsessive. I don't know why they named it Indie Obsessive. Okay, but it is a website.
Some
I'm gonna
obsessed guy with
I'm gonna
India
judge-
would have done
not
that.
judge- I'm going to judge that. Okay, so this one is for high quality stuff. They have high quality music. They have a vast music database. Okay, and they have something called this treasure box, where good artists or good music that runs well, they put them into this treasure box. Okay, so that is indieobsessiveblogspot.com. Then you have Red FM, 93.5. I'm sure you've heard of Red FM. 93.5. Bajate Raho is their tagline.
That
Fun
thing I
fact.
heard from.
our shout out Nikki Chaudhary, she got featured in this indie show.
Oh, recently. Yeah. In Red
93.5.
FM, yeah.
Red
Same
FM.
thing.
Nice.
Under the same indie shuffle thing.
Okay, so there's Red FM. Red FM is a separate thing. This is Red FM Indie FM. Okay. And
Okay, I'm not sure which one she went to actually.
I'm pretty sure
she-
it's
she-
Indie.
Red FM,
Yeah.
but it might be Indie.
Indie
Most
FM.
probably,
Yeah. So that's 93.5. For when you tune into the frequency of 93.5, they will actually tell you about some certain songs. They suggest some certain songs and everything.
Wow.
Amazon Music too, right?
Amazon Music, yes. I mean, but again, that all comes under your mainstream, music.
Somewhere I saw this. Amazon Music has this thing. I'm not sure. 25 something where the indie artist just sits on a table
Okay.
and he just says the songs that resonate with him.
Is that the
Yeah.
underrated? Sai Bankar is there.
Sai Bankar was there.
Okay.
Sai
Yeah,
Bankar was there, and so many other people also there. Anirudh also was there.
Yeah,
actually.
Anirudh was
Anirudh also was there.
correct. I just remembered.
Yeah, so they make the segment as which song resonates to them more. So
okay.
they do a lot of promotion for these independent artists for to promote them into the limelight.
Yeah, from an external source, I think that's one. From an internal source, obviously families, relatives,
Yes,
friends.
yeah.
All of you guys, you know your friends who's an underrated indie artist out there. I can say one of my friend is this fellow. Okay. When it comes to production, I can say he. So like this, there are many guys that you'll know who are
Word of
very
mouth.
underrated. Yeah, word of mouth. You can spread it with your family, friends. You can do that also. That's one good place also to find.
Have you gone and searched underrated songs or underrated songs that are criminally underrated songs? So there's a lot of backlash on this, especially if you go to Reddit pages. கழுவி ஊத்துறாங்க. அது ஒரு பக்கம். That is one side. They tell, this is better than such and such a famous artist. This song is famous, better than a certain famous artist. So there also you can find such music.
But you have to read through all.
Read through all
that
of
you
it.
might not want to read through also.
Yeah.
And also a tip: do not. I mean, if you're visiting a website, make sure it is reliable.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of scam happening nowadays. And you really don't want to get into one of the
TikTok
scams.
verification message. Damn, in India, over there, banned in the first place. Where I'll get verification? I didn't even open an account.
So there are a lot of these scams that are happening. So make sure when you're listening, listen to these songs on approved official websites or official applications. Do not get in to scam, lose your mind, lose your heart, body, everything.
Obsessive indie obsessive. அவன் சரியான பாதிக்கப்பட்ட ஆளு.
That is where, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is why indie and what indie.
Why indie? What indie?
And that is why this podcast is also there.
Yes.
To bring to light those things.
Please
Understand, please.
stop asking us what is indie after this. Please. This is literally the 4th or 5th time that we are explaining this. So hopefully it is clear. If it is not yet clear,
Comments.
yes. Put
Ask
it in the
extra
comments.
questions.
Ask கேள்விகள்.
Put it in the comments, or you can text Professor directly. He will clear what is indie, why indie.
What indie?
I will send 2 hours long voice message. Voice message don't even have that
We
long
could
cable.
not be any more clear.
Yes, we cannot be any more clear. And on that very note, this is where I miss someone. Okay. But we head towards our exit. Stay tuned for more coming your way, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Joshua.
And I'm your host, Rohan.
And I'm your producer, Frederick Edwin.
And this is the Indieverse Podcast.
Bye. Call that.
We'll go over that.
It's still rolling on. Wait. Sollu machan.
Okay.
Sollu machan.
Idua.
He's தைரியமா sollu machan.
Call to action. Follow us on
Instagram. Yeah, Instagram.
Subscribe to our channel on YouTube.
Yes. Please subscribe.
If you want that to stop.
Yes.
Yes. Subscribe. Hit the Money!
Money!
We have yes, money. Please hit the money.
Hit the money.
Hit the money.
Money. And goodbye.